Go around! Forgive me if I'm not talking much. I'm still second, still getting used to this.
This isn't what I had hoped for. Nothing like finding out that the family estate you inherited is nothing but a pile of ruins. And here I thought my life was finally taking a turn for the better. I just found out that this land belongs to me. You see, my father recently passed away. I was reading his journals and learned of this place. I wasn't sure why he kept it a secret until I got here. This place is haunted. Makes my skin crawl just getting near the damn place. There are imps everywhere, and the whispers, they threaten me, warn me to stay away. But this is my land now. No bodiless voice is going to make me leave. A Baleborn always pays for services rendered. This place might look like a ruin to you, but it's a part of my family. That's all I have left. Search the ruins. See if you can find a ghost wandering around, or wailing, or rattling chains, or doing whatever ghosts do. Do you think I should hire a priest to perform some kind of ritual? Owning a haunted estate is all rather new to me. Damn ghost won't let them in! Why else would I be standing out here? That's like asking me why my father Maurice was such a bastard. There are things we aren't meant to know. When the voice whispered to me, it said that the land was no longer mine. According to my father's journal, this property has belonged to my family for centuries. But Maurice was also a lying bastard whose death was long overdue. He was known for only telling half the story.
Hand in hand, we snuck through the gardens and sat on a bench beneath the moon. The way he looked at me sent shivers down my spine. Our love is forbidden. Still, we care for each other deeply. He plans to tell his parents of our love soon.
I've returned, my love. I missed you so much.
Maurice, what is this? It's beautiful.
My mother's necklace. She gave it to me. Told me to give it to the woman who would become my wife.
Is this what I think it means? Oh, Maurice, this is the happiest day of my life. necklace, my lady. I swear to you. Your son gave it to me. Maurice, please tell her.
Silence! My son would never give my necklace to a lowly servant girl. I don't know which is worse, your lies or your thieving fingers.
Maurice, please. Tell her of our love. The time we've spent together. Why won't you say anything?
I'm sure she didn't mean to steal it. She's been working awfully hard. Perhaps exhaustion.
Enough! I'll hear no more excuses. Punish her with the whip, and then lock her in the tower.
That wasn't such a good idea. It wasn't necessarily a bad idea, but it was most definitely not a good idea. After you entered the ruins without any trouble, and I'm not counting the imps, mind you, I assumed that the spirit had fallen asleep or something. Anyway, as we stepped inside, we were hit with a wave of incredible force. It hurt. A lot. Great. Just great. If you shake my family tree, my father wouldn't be the only bastard to fall out of it. But he might be the worst. We have to reason with this spirit. Show her that I'm not the one who wronged her, and I don't deserve her wrath. What? Why would I do that? That's a foolish idea. A Baelborn never abandons his property. We need to get rid of her, explain our side. But I'm not really sure how to communicate with a spirit. Maybe you could summon her or something. You just... well, you... damn, I don't know. Head back to Daggerfall. The Mages Guild there has a library. They must have a book or a scroll or something that has the information we need.
What is it?
We have much to discuss, you and I.
Honestly, why fight a foe up close when you can roast them from afar? Some people call it cowardice. Me? I call it good sense.
I do hope you're not dabbling in necromancy. That magic always causes more harm than good. But yes, we probably have what you seek. Check upstairs. That's where we keep books on the arcane arts.
Fine goods at fair prices.
A collection of foolish thoughts, that. All to sell more books. Don't expect to find much truth in a tome such as that. Summoning spirits can be dangerous work. I heard about you. About how you entered the ruins of Baleborn Tower. You must not undo the sacrifices that have already been made. My master sent me to give you advice and guide you to the right decision. By helping you accomplish what the Baleborn has requested. My master sent me to help you summon the spirit. You need to see why the Baleborn curse must not be broken. Words are so much less effective than seeing the reality of a thing. Now think carefully before you answer my next question. I need to determine if you can truly summon the spirit of the dead. What is the spirit's name? Claudie Themond was a quiet woman. She never wanted power or riches. All she wanted was love. A family. A home to call her own. What token did the one she loved give to her? What was the gift that would prove to be her undoing? Something so ordinary as a piece of jewelry, once promised an eternity of love. And yet it led to Claudie's untimely death. My final question. What drove Claudie to act as she did? Yes, revenge. She hated the Baleborns. Wanted to destroy them more than anything. Except saving her child. The deal she made, you'll see. I'll take those items. Go on to the gravesite by the Daggerfall Cathedral. We will send Claudie there.
Finally! I was beginning to think you'd never show up here.
happened to the tower? What have you done? The Baleborns hired you, didn't they? You don't understand. You don't know what I gave up to stop them. I lost everything. I lost my baby. I fell in love with a coward. A Baleborn who couldn't disappoint his mother, even if it meant his beloved had to die. My love turned to hatred in that tower. Before the end, I begged and prayed for someone to help my unborn child. You have to understand, Akatosh, Daedra, it didn't matter who heard me. I just wanted my baby to live. I made a bargain, got my revenge, saved my baby. The Baleborns deserve to lose what they love the most, their wealth, their lands. I felt my child leave me. I could smell the smoke from the tower. I heard the screams. The deal had been struck. The Baleborns don't change. That family carries evil in its heart. Let them all rot. The ward and the waterfall will always keep the Baleborns away. The Master made it with his own blood. No! You can't! The Master won't let you. My baby. What would become of him? The Master would kill him. I don't believe you would do such a thing. You know the Baleborns are evil. You know that my curse must stand.
Well?
Do you remember anything? Where you came from? Who you are?
My head is pounding. I think my name is Stefan.
I walked in here and this young man nearly fell on my head. And you? Were you successful? Figured as much. It felt like the air shifted for a moment. When we tried to walk through the ruins, nothing stopped us this time. But as soon as we walked in here, this man fell out of the sky. We thought it was an ambush. Really. He whispered a name or something. Siniak or Saniak. Something like that. He looked confused. And then he said, Themond. Do you have any idea what all that means? He's the son of the ghost that tried to kill me? Well, that's just great. I think he's hurt. But if he wants to pick up where his ghostly mother left off... If I took after my father, I'd put an end to the young man. It would be the prudent thing to do. But I never liked my father. There's been enough hatred between our families. It's time things changed. Of course. You've certainly been more useful than these hired hands. The Baleborns are once again on their way to the top, and I have you to thank for that. I'll always remember the small part you played to make this happen.
What do you want?
Please, take a look at...
Did you...
A caution, my friend. If you're following this road, know that Dellen's Mill is lost. The land's turned against us. Spriggans and imps have overrun the mill. My family and I escaped, but the rest of the villagers weren't so lucky. I don't know. There might be a way to help the other villagers. A group of women showed up as we fled, threw spells around and called themselves the Weird Sisters. They helped us escape. Maybe they know what's going on out there. I'm taking my family to Daggerfall. We'll be safer there. Our friends and neighbors, they were trapped by the imps. There was nothing we could do but run for our lives. Thank you, my friend. You're certainly braver than I am. I'm sad to admit. Shay or curse me, but I have no idea. Dellen's Mill is always focused on our work. We don't get involved in politics or feud with our neighbors. Of course, chopping down trees could make a Spriggan angry, I suppose. Well, not since I've lived in Dellen's Mill. Come to think of it, those strange vines that recently sprung up are new. I couldn't cut them even with my finest axe. You'll see them soon enough. They're especially thick up north. You can't miss them. They're all twisted and diseased looking. I'd suggest staying far away from those awful vines. They're nothing but trouble, of that I'm sure.
The imps attacked as I was passing through Dellen's Mill. Now my wagon is damaged and I'm stuck out here. Perhaps the kind stranger would care to buy something before everything spoils.
The spirit of the Weird weeps, for something drives her children mad. I fear for the innocents in this village. The forest is enraged, filled with hatred. We tried to calm it as we always have before, but our magic falters. Never have the elemental spirits refused to answer our calls. The grass, the trees, the very earth itself, they're dying. For now, our purpose is to defend the villagers from these creatures. I can construct a simple ward to protect the mill, but we are far from the weird tree. I shall require a focus. Take this creature, born and bound to the essence of Aetherius, and let it guide you to what I need. Hopefully, it will find enough to establish the ward. The weird tree, the spirit that gives life to this land. My sisters and I are Beldama Weird. We serve the weird tree. We came here to discover why anger infests this part of the forest. No, and that worries me. The forest no longer speaks to us. We sensed that something was wrong, and that's why we came here. But beyond that, we are at a loss as to how to make things right. Let this torch bug fly where it will. Let it guide you to the essence of Aetherius. It will find the soil that is most pure and draw out what I need for my focus.
You aren't one of the villagers.
Who are you to nonchalantly walk through flames and forest? You smell of the city of stone. Have you come to cleave our forest? Rip up our soil? Haven't the spirits already been enraged enough by your kind?
So you say. My sisters and I serve the Beldama Weird. We have a duty to uphold. You? I don't know your true intentions. Still, we could use the help of someone who isn't quite as attached to the forest as we are. You might prove useful after all. My sister Olina is still out there, probably trapped somewhere between the fires and the enraged forest creatures. The fires burn, our sister is missing, and the villagers are dying. Something needs to be done. Get everyone back here and we can keep them safe. For a while. In the meantime, we'll work on what to do next. And make sure you put those fires out. This building won't provide much protection if it burns to the ground. We are the Witches of the Weird.
We serve the Weird Tree, and the forest is our home. If this was Breton against Breton, we would not get involved. But something unnatural caused this. The forest has been wounded, and that concerns the Beldama Weird. We stand apart, but we aren't heartless. No one deserves to die for something they haven't done. Isn't it obvious? The people of the City of Stone caused this. They have no regard for the natural world. Nature only bends so far before it begins to suffer. Then it reasserts itself. Nature always prevails. That's why the vines appeared. The vines. They started appearing weeks ago, bursting through the soil and spreading throughout Glenumbra. We've never seen such vines before, and even the Weird Tree was engulfed by the strange growths. Whatever's happening, no one is safe.
I thought I was the last one left out here. Well, get up here and fight beside me. Today is a glorious day to die. Every last one of the damn things that got too close. A Nord never gives up, and a Nord never backs down from a fight. I'll keep fighting and swinging my axe until my arm falls off, and then I'll find a way to fight some more. I'm not afraid to die, stranger. But I might as well do it while defending the village. Thanks for the help. I look forward to fighting at your side back at the mill. Just stay with me. We'll get out of this somehow. Extinguish these fires somehow. Otherwise, we're going to join her. There's no time. Put out. Did my sisters send you to aid us? The Mother Spirits guide us. I tried so hard, but I wasn't able to save more than this single villager. I'll make sure we both get back to the mill.
No! My beautiful daughter! Please say something! You have to be alright. You have to...
We can't stay here any longer.
I don't want to die out here. You've got to help me! Injured? Injured? What does that matter? Everyone's dead! I think I'm the only one left. Survivors. I'm not all alone? Oh, thank the 8. I have to get to the mill and see who else is still alive.
Yes, yes, okay, I see you.
It's, good you got here when you did. You were much more, merciful than I was about to be to those creatures. Ha! Better than those imps after I get through with them. Assuming you didn't kill them already. You did. Kill them all, I mean, didn't you? The mill, of course. Well, if I do run into any hostile creatures along the way, they'll regret the day they decided to invade our village.
Such a really, really, really brave boy. I tell my mum only. Nah. Not yet. Could be about 4 times worse. Now, no need for language. Well, there is a need for language, but not necessarily that language. Going and playing something else. Possibly Warfare. Still need to determine which of the two I'm going to get later. Fire a cat riding a cat.
No more! Mura will not stand for it! You won't hurt any more of Mura's friends! These creatures show up in the night, try to take everything from Mura. This one has worked hard to make friends, find people who would accept her. Mura will not allow these beasts to kill her friends. Do you speak the truth? Mura thought everyone was dead. Now you tell me good news, and hope fills this one's heart.
Alright, fair enough. We'll see about doing that in a sec.
Mura has heard tales of the witches who roam the west. Some good, some bad. This one will not turn down help, though, yes? Mura will find her way back to the mill. Just let one of those creatures get in this one's way.
Any better? Turn the mic up a little bit right now. Or I could move it directly underneath my gob, and that way it might actually be able to pick me up. Or I could talk right on top of it. Right, fair enough, I'll turn the game down. If this has any effect on it whatsoever. Any better? Yeah, Fair enough then.
Perhaps I was too quick to pass judgment on you. These people, including my sister Olina, owe you their lives. The remaining fires should burn out soon. You did what you could, but the forest's rage has ravaged this village. It's terrible, for sure. But a small part of me is thankful that these saws won't operate again. My sisters and I should be able to open a path to safety, but we'll need your help again to make this work.
Oh, you'll need my help again, will you? It's classical adventurer syndrome. Have a label on your head that says, "I'm for hire," or "Speak to me, I'll do anything."
I mourn the creatures you were forced to kill. They usually aren't so aggressive.
No, that's the camera crew following you behind.
Actually, it says, has a label saying, "Lock up your possessions."
Yes, he's here. He's still playing away.
May the essence of Aetherius protect us all. Now please, stand back. I must perform the ritual of wording. Oh, I hope this works.
Why do you ask me if...
There. I think that's done it. Come with me. Good. It worked. That's a perfectly fine ward, if I do say so myself.
If you didn't know if it was going to work, why did you say? Oh dear.
That ward will buy us some time. Now we have to figure out what to do next. Agreed. The mill is safe for now, but we need to get the villagers out of here. My sister Johanna has a plan to help the villagers, but we need your assistance. If you're willing to help us, please talk to her.
Follow me and do what I say. Now.
There's one last thing we need you to do. My sisters and I should be able to open a path to safety, but we'll need your help again to make this work. We can travel along the roots of the Weird Tree. That's how we were able to get here so quickly. But there's some kind of corruption in the soil, and now that path is blocked to us. The roots need to be nourished with pure energy.
Yeah. I'll be setting up the other once I actually get the other monitor set up. And then hopefully I can actually see and interact with people a bit more.
Nothing is more pure than life itself. We can use the life force of the creatures to nourish the roots of the Weird Tree. Kill one of the creatures near each root. Their life essences should provide the power we need to get the villagers out of here.
No, I am not singing about wieners, Hookie.
Look for the roots of the weird around the mill. Remember that those creatures
Why
must
would
give
I
up
sing
their
about
lives near
wieners?
the roots, or the roots won't absorb their life essences. Any creature you kill away from a root
No, I am
is a
not
life
singing the Oscar
extinguished
Mayer
for no
Wiener.
reason.
It's a hot dog song, either.
Because you don't know the words?
That's part of it. The other part of is why would I?
You don't know the words?
The Weird Tree sustains us. From its roots, we draw strength. From its leaves, we find comfort. Its roots stretch through all of Nirn, and thus its power touches everything.
Nah. Why wouldn't I? You're right, why would I? The answer to any question that says why wouldn't is why would I? The answer to any question that's why would you is why wouldn't I? You can't be turned into a frog and that's annoying.
Yeah. Because I got you the life of a frog. I mean, I've been a fish. Why can't I be a frog?
For those who aren't informed, Mark, my cousin, is playing Dragon Age. Not Dragon Age, Dragon Quest, the new one that was released on Steam. So, possibly unregulated spoilers on that one, but sorry. No, it's not. Although it is more popular over in Japan than in Asia than it is over here. Oh look, waist high wall, the adventurer's one weakness.
We were able to get all the villagers through the portal. They're safe in our camp for now. I should return to our camp and help protect the villagers. My sisters will continue to look into the madness that occurred here. Perhaps you could help them, if you have an interest. Speak to Helene. There are still questions that require answers.
I didn't want to say anything with all these poor people around. They've already gone through so much. But after studying the situation, I think I know what's going on in the forest. The terrible magic that infects these creatures. I've heard stories, but I've never seen it used. Witch magic. I don't know how this happened.
Why?
Even the guardians of the weird are silent. This is much worse than I originally imagined. Elemental spirits connected to the weird tree. They guide us in protecting the land. But if we cannot reach them, they cannot aid us. I must ask for your continued help in this. All of Glenumbra may be at risk if this blight continues to spread. You must meet with Weira Selena. She was the first to sense the disturbance and may know more about witch magic. We have to find a way to stop this or the very earth around us will perish. Please, find my sister on the road north of this mill.
Oh dear. Yeah, why not?
I now have a flying narwhal.
You have a what?
Flying narwhal.
A flying narwhal. A giant whale. A whale again?
Yeah, it's had an upgrade.
Oh. Yeah. Fair enough. Ah, yeah.
Please, we're dealing with serious matters here. The Guardians are in desperate need of our aid, and any interruption can have dire consequences.
Aren't you look exactly the same as the other one I was just speaking to? Except you have a sour face. Explain the entire game to you. You're an adventurer, you had your soul stolen. You are now functionally immortal. You, as per every Elder Scrolls game, you start as a prisoner. In 3 different ways, actually. Depending on which expansion you're playing through. You start as either a prisoner. No, you never take an arrow to the knee.
That's adventurous.
No, that's guards.
Yeah,
Former adventurers.
But they used to be adventurers. Before they took an arrow to the knee. That's it. Now what?
My apologies. You must be the stranger who helped my sisters at Dellen's Mill.
An overused
I'm
mean
honored
to
to
the
meet
knee, yes. I prefer an anvil to the knee. It's much, much more effective.
What are the odds of getting an anvil to the knee? It would be more a hammer.
No.
You don't...
Or a goalpost if you really want to get effective.
Cricket bat.
No, goalpost. Hooky knows what I'm on about.
I can't talk long. As you know, things are not well in our woods. The Guardians have gone silent, and this corruption spreads. They're elemental spirits. They used to guide us, but now, nothing. And just when we need them the most. There's an old rite to contact them that might work, but it's too dangerous for me or my sisters to perform. I don't know. You're not one of us. But we have to try something, I suppose. See the lurchers out there. Gather their limbs. That's the dangerous part. Then burn the limbs at the altar atop the nearby
Yeah, it's
ruins.
strange. Normally it's a good thing to make contact with goalposts. To reach a new goal in your life and push forward and get to the next goalpost, but when you actually run into them, it doesn't help, does it?
If you're able to speak to the elemental spirit, find me at the Vale of the Guardians. It's
Well,
north of this
there's that
location.
too.
I'll wait for you there. And please hurry. We need the wisdom and guidance of the Guardians now more than ever.
So make that mistake.
No.
You're supposed to put the ball in the net.
He did. And bent his knee around a goalpost. At the same time.
Well, that was just stupid, wasn't it?
Well, yes.
They are abominations of the Bloodthorns. The Lurchers were Spriggans once, until the cultists twisted and corrupted them. That's what the Bloodthorns do. We must stop
As I
them.
said in the video before, football. A gentleman's game played by thugs. Rugby. A thug's game played by gentlemen.
Football. An absolute idiot spectator sport.
I wouldn't say that. All up to the people.
If you must know, the Guardians are the Elnafey. They've been a part of the land since the dawn of Tamriel. The Guardians have been with us since we first found the Weird Tree. They protect the land and guide us in our duties.
I think I have possibly picked the worst of the 3 factions. Because this plotline is just boring. Or at least relatively boring to me. Because the game's Wouldn't be a Bethesda game if there weren't those. Maybe I should go join the Brotherhood, what am I called? The Assassin's Guild. What type of gameplay do people want to see? Just me wandering around stabbing things, or me going around trying to do something different?
Well, it was obviously better than what I just did, which was put a noble dragon.
Right, there we go. I was just loading the chat so I can actually see it. Although it may pause the stream whenever I go to actually look it up. Because the server doesn't like that. Pain in the ass. Yeah, true. That with a tablet. Use it on the tablet. Probably would have been a lot easier. That requires hindsight, and you know what I'm like. Well, foresight, even.
Greetings, child. We have been waiting for someone to summon us. Angoth the Gravesinger has imprisoned us, and we are cut off from the Weird. You must set the Guardians free. Have mortals so soon forgotten the old ways? Surely the Weirises remember the Standing Stones. First, the stones must be cleansed of Angoth's dark influence. Protect the Weird while they destroy the corruption binding the stones. No, but cleansing the stones should loosen Angoth's grip. Tell Weiris Alina about the corruption.
That would require to get him to stop playing. I'm not going to stop him playing, just so that I can get easier messages. Like he just suggested, you sit there and act like a PA and read out what comes up in my chat.
No!
Of course, why would I get you to do that?
I already have one job I hate. Why would I want a second?
Why would you want a second job you hate?
Yeah.
One that doesn't pay you?
I'd like to point out I was deducted 9p for 37 seconds.
Yeah. 9p deduction for not for clocking out 37 seconds early. No, we are not saying what company it is because, yeah, no.
This bit's is shit.
Hey, I said I wasn't gonna, but if you want to, fine, whatever.
I don't care.
Give us about 30 or 40 seconds. I'm going to try and see if my tablet actually decides to pick up the Twitch chat out here. Or if it can even pick up the internet out here. Oh, connected. Yeah, while I'm doing that, I can still go through the chat.
We are the echoes of old voices, remnants of a time long ago. Still, a few of us remain. We were the Ifrei, then we became the Elnafei, the Earthbones. We nurture the land and guide the weird. They call us Guardians.
Oh, that's that downloading.
They are a pestilence. They serve the corruption that binds us. The one called Angoff, the Grave Singer. The cult spreads his decay, planting his blighted seeds to pollute the natural world. They prepare a path for Angoff's true master, Mola Bal. He is a tremor in the land, a poison in the water. He is a whisper, a shadow, a chill wind. He is Grave Singer and Reach Mage, Necromancer and Corrupter. Death and decay are his domains. Angoff binds us and seeks to make us part of him. Far from here, where the earth and sky grow cold, lies the chill of the Reach. Daedra worshippers live there, mocking the Aedra, the Elnafei. They call themselves Reachmen, and their mages pollute the land with dark magic. Gravesingers are necromancers that seek power over life and death. They seek to control the realms we would nurture and protect. They call upon the Daedra who hide in darkness to aid them in their efforts.
Let's get there. And yeah, there's a lot of different crafting in here in Elder Scrolls Online. Much like any of the games, there are a lot of different crafts you can learn. Blacksmithing, tailoring, which also includes level working. What else was it? It was enchanting, alchemy, all that jazz. Go, talk to this person. Go, talk to this person. Go, talk to this person. Bring me 5 rats of tails.
I heard a whisper echo through the forest. Was it the Guardians?
I won't change
Did
that.
they talk to you? Imprisoned? Our enemy is that powerful. We will do whatever we can to help. The Guardians must be set free.
Yeah, I know. It's taking my tablet forever to fucking download it.
That's because you can't get Wi-Fi out there.
I've got Wi-Fi out there. It's connected.
But it's shit connection, correct?
It's slow connection, yeah.
What must we do? Without the aid of the Guardians, we can't regain control of our weird tree. 4 of my sisters have gone north to cleanse the stones, but they need protection. Corrupted creatures attack them and destroy the foul vines that choke the stones. You must go and help them. Of course! The standing stones! I should have realized. Take my amulet and protect the weird. When they're done, weaken a lurcher and use the amulet to control it. Bring the controlled lurcher to the standing stones on the hill. We'll do the rest. Meet us at the ritual site, and don't forget the lurcher.
Let's have a look. Still not working yet. Come on, you bloody thing. 19%. The Wi-Fi hamster. No, it's not Wi-Fi hamster. Hamsters are actually quicker, yeah. You'll be lucky. Wi-Fi molasses. Yeah, but it moves slower than a snail.
It moves however fast you move it. If you pick up a jar, then it's going to move pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Where Selena told me you would come. I hope this works. Please don't let anything happen to me while I destroy these vines.
25%?
You know, when you say it like that, I almost believe it. Let's do this thing.
What did I say? I don't remember. Something.
I'm almost finished. Keep them off me a little longer. I'll meet you at the ritual site once I've rested for a minute.
Yay! Defend the 4 of them. I think it's probably because of the rain. It feels so depressing.
See these vines? Corruption runs through them and they choke the sacred stone. Soon, they will tap into the stone's magic and defile it completely. If you will help me, I can destroy these foul vines.
You got forced.
Your confidence is inspiring. Thanks for that. Now prepare yourself. The vines protect
You'll be
us
lucky.
as soon as I cast my spell.
Usually it's not less than that, isn't it?
destroyed it. Give me a minute, and I'll meet you at the ritual site.
Some people are just desperate to have some attention. I don't know. I don't know the guy, so yeah. And before he gets shitty at me if he's in the stream, I don't know you! I just know the videos I've been seeing, so...
I loathe these vines. They reek of death and corruption. But every time I try to deal with them, I'm attacked like... I wish I had your confidence. I mean, I know what to do. And now you're here, right? Oh.
You haven't changed then, at all.
I need to go faster. Be ready for another attack.
No, I can't be held carrying
Yeah. Which of the many? Yeah, I'm still thinking of getting that on Thursday.
Finally gone. I need a minute to catch my breath, and then I'll meet you at the ritual site.
There's two.
the 80 quid.
Yeah. Yeah, that used to be a while ago. I don't know what happened. I think it's just people got used to paying money for things. Yeah. Oh, we've got to make money back somehow. But you make money on the initial purchase. Yes, but we need to make more money.
We need to be making all the money, not some of the money.
Yeah. Come on, Bennett.
Corruption radiates from
This is why the indie market tends to be thriving quite well at this point.
Spreads outward, altering or killing all the forest creatures. We have to destroy it. Then keep me safe while I destroy this damn thing.
We don't talk about that.
I need more time.
No, we're talking about the 50 and 60p games you decided to send us from Steam.
I've done it. Let me catch my breath and I'll head to the ritual site.
You know which ones. Don't have to ask. And if you can't remember, good on you. I still do. They were about £2 at most, maybe. That's the problem. Yeah, about £2. And you now know why I sent them back to you. I don't care! I don't want games like that on my Steam library. Especially when I'm not going to play them.
Yeah, with what I spent on my PC, I would not sully its hard drive.
You wouldn't sully its hard drive with WoW.
I know.
WoW isn't that bad a game. It's just got a shitty community. At times.
All.
It depends. It depends on if you... depends on if you actually find people who are actually, you know, people and not screaming 12-year-olds who want to moan at you all the time.
What out with his average player base?
Nah, that's not his average player base. As I said, Dragon Quest isn't that bad compared.
it's more entertaining.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you saw fucking Callaghan's reaction to me beating up Jesper. It's like, here,
By
this
my
is not going according to plan.
the corruption is washed away. The sacrifice has made this holy place pure
Yeah,
again.
which is why you
We
avoid
can
gold
begin the
shire.
ritual whenever you are ready.
It's a major questing. Well, I say major. It's a fairly small questing hub for level 4 or 5 human characters that has the biggest RP weirdness going on.
That poor Spriggan spirit is finally free. It is a lurcher no more. Through its blood, we have cleansed this site. Everything is ready.
So we talking worse than Miracote Brothel on Final Fantasy 14?
A Miracote Brothel is a step up
Yeah.
from the shit that goes down here. We're talking table dancing night elves who happen to have bigger dicks than half the fucking men there. It's fucking freaky. And the worst bit isn't the fact that it's happening, it's the fact that it's happening in plain sight!
But again, we did have table dance and Imperial agents.
Yes, well that was in SWOTOR, and that was just because it was too funny not to do. No, I don't mean Wiener. I don't want to go into one of the RP descriptions of a character I heard. This was actually while I was in a guild in WoW, back during the launch of the Burning Crusade, was a character who was a demonic blood elf vampire. Yes, you got me going. Alright. Well done. Oh, and you got banned from server.
I agree. They've been
It was a
imprisoned for much too long.
demonic
Focus your power on the
blood
scripture.
elf
It's time to break Angolf's hold of the
vampire dragon fusion hybrid something or other that happened to be born 5 minutes before the character actually started playing, and they matured in-game in about 10 minutes. It was stupid. You got banned for sending dick pics in the other guy's stream.
Okay, you trying to tell us something? You got a bit of a fascination with dick.
And Wiener.
Yeah.
Was it though? Because he's only going to invite you back again. You're trying to reach that point of offence that will get you banned permanently, aren't you?
At last, the chains of corruption fall away. We are free of Angolf's hold.
Angolf will pay for this insult.
Speak, champion of the Guardians. We are in your debt. We are free. This is how it should be. We are Earth's bones. We endure. We knew someone would come to set us free. We just didn't know when it would happen, or who it would be. It seems right that you were the one. You are mortal, but also not mortal. Angolf has much to fear from you. Angolf's evil flows deeper than the wellspring of this land. This must end quickly. There is more work for you, champion. Go to the Weir Tree and find Weirus Gwen. We protected her from Angolf's slaves, but she cannot save the Weir Tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that in a
task belongs
second.
to another.
It's one of my two FCs.
What must be done.
I'll go deal with it. I've just muted them again. It's fine. I'll turn it back on when I actually have time to listen to them. Yeah, I've got that as well on a lot of them. FF14's gone down. It looks like a DDoS. DDoS. Hmm. This is what happens when you allow crossplay. Bullshit, and you know it.
No, this is what happens when you only allow crossplay on fucking Fortnite.
Yeah. No, they're going to do it on everything. Well, they're going to start on Fortnite and eventually work their way up to other games. It's not like Square have actually been actively asking for it for fucking ages, but, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Do I go talk to that guy? Probably.
Come to help the great Lord deal, have you?
This is what happens when dickheads run out of porn to watch. I find that hard to believe because there is an infinite supply of porn.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
No, there isn't. You know why there isn't?
Why?
Because you end up it's like you got to think of there may be many porn sites, but that doesn't mean that those many porn sites aren't showing exactly the same fucking porn.
That may be true. However, there is still an infinite number of things that can end up being made into porn. Hence Rule 34.
No, there is only a finite, because once you have seen most of it, it is no longer any different to anything else.
At which point you are living a very, very boring life. You have eventually burnt yourself out of any form of enjoyment. And I would be worried, because that then means you're going to start going to doing even weirder shit.
Are you talking to me here?
I'm talking in general.
I can always find weirder shit to do.
Ah, another one. Here to work with the great Lord Deal, no doubt. I'm renowned throughout Glenumbra, you know.
Yeah, so? You still can't run out of porn. Not really. It's just knowing where to look to find new stuff. That's depressing. It's depressing that I actually know that. Ugh.
Well, there's no excuse for that. You've certainly heard about the Harpy menace that threatens Daggerfall. Of course you have. My sons and I are here to put an end to that threat.
That can't be a
I know you
thing.
want to help.
And don't
Start
send me
by finding
links.
my stupid hirelings.
To what?
Brazilian fart porn.
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
Ah! Ugh.
Doesn't have to be Brazilian.
No, I am not touching that link with a 10-foot barge pole. If you have,
Rob, you already know if it exists, there is porn of it.
I know that if it exists, there is porn of it. I know the rules. I just wish I didn't. This is why Bowsette is a thing now. 10-foot barge pole. God, don't you try looking for porn for a 10-foot barge pole, you cunt!
What?
I said not touching that link with a 10-foot barge pole. He's now looking for 10-foot barge pole porn.
Oh, there probably will be. And you just don't want to know what they do with that barge pole.
Yeah, I know. It's just, ah. Oh, Jesus.
The daggers. They're out gathering information about the harpies. Know your enemy and all that. You'll get paid once I have enough to
96% on the
complete
actual
my research.
download.
Take this dagger with you. He knows what to do. Off with you now. Bumnog will help you. Interesting fellow. Always fights fair. Refuses to use weapons against the harpies. Just his fists. Can't imagine that that works out for him, but he's the only dagger still here, so what do I know? Who, not what. The Daggers. A mercenary group out of Daggerfall. They're highly trained and extremely deadly. Or so
My
they
internet?
tell me.
No, it's
They're also lost.
It's
But
just
they do
run
work
by a
cheap,
bunch of muppets
which
who
makes
think
them
that they're keeping the box with 16 connections and having 8 sockets is perfectly fine. That is, if anyone actually understands that connection. That. Amount of connections that there are on the street is about 16. In the pit, where they're all connected to, they've got about 8 sockets. So they're doubling up on every single one, meaning the internet decides it is going to go. On the other hand, if you're on about it just being slow, that's because it's on my tablet. My tablet just decides it's going to go, you know what, I'll just connect when I feel like it.
Get out there and find the missing daggers.
Oh, downloaded, now installing. Nah, wouldn't do that.
Why do I have to explain these things to you? Just talk to Bumnog. He knows what I hired the daggers to do. Now stop pestering me and let me enjoy.
You're going to help me find the rest of the daggers? I'm not sure you're dagger material. Your hands look kind of soft and delicate.
Finally downloaded and installed. Now, let's see if it decides to actually let me log in and do half the shit that it needs to on there.
The daggers were hired to help Lord Deal gather research about the harpies. We get him what he needs and we get paid. Simple as pie. But now the rest
This
of
could also be the fact that the tablet is about 6 years
make
old,
sure our
so...
first mission's a success.
I can't afford to upgrade shit. Oh, just about everyone's. Come on, Twitch. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Everyone has to start someplace. Even the Fighters Guild had a first mission, didn't they? Who are you to judge? Now let's get out there and do what we're getting paid for. Let's find the daggers and bring back their research. Harpies, eggs, whatever we can bring back so Lord Deal can figure out why these birds have become so violent lately. We have to find the missing daggers. Gelvin, our leader, and the Remley brothers. We find them and help them finish their jobs. And while we're at it, we look for the Queen Birdie Fowling. She's a vicious killer and she needs to be dealt with.
I'm going to let that sink in.
the dice
have more of a backstory than Snoke?
Yeah, right. Now let's have a look.
We shouldn't dawdle, so make it quick.
Okay. Can I actually get into my channel, or do I just go onto yours? Because you're watching me. Ugh.
Or there's also the fact that Solo isn't even his real name. He didn't like Obi-Wan Kenobi. So would not have named his son after him. And even then, Ben was basically a made-up name in the first place. So it's basically saying, I really don't like my own son.
Oh, come on, just give me a pain in the ass, go to my actual channel. Just want the chat. Come on. Ugh.
We're an odd bunch, that's for sure. Gelvin found each of us either drinking away our troubles or begging for gold on the streets of Daggerfall. We were good for nothing and all but forgotten. Gelvin wanted to change that. A few of us tried to join the city guard or hook up with the Fighters Guild. Truth be told, they wouldn't have us. We weren't good enough for them. So we formed the Daggers to show them that they're wrong.
You got 2 bars of connection. That's better than you usually get. Come on and work, damn it.
Lord Deal's guards were in the city, looking to hire some muscle. They found us in the Rosy Lion, celebrating our newly formed partnership. We needed a job. Lord Deal needed some help, and here we are. Well, not really. We were talking about how we needed to find a job, and suddenly Lord Deal's men were making us an offer. We took it as a sign that we were doing the right thing. The Daggers were going places. I vowed that I would always face my opponents as an equal. If an enemy came at me with a sword, I would meet his blade with one of my own. The Harpies fight with claws. How could I go up against them with anything more than the fists nature gave me? Sharp and natural. They don't wield weapons, so neither will I. I will fight them head-on, fists against claws, and I will do so with honor.
Right, finally got that far. Now can I see my... Oh, no, apparently it's decided it doesn't want to see that. But come on. Come on. You can do it. Hey, okay, maybe it's now actually working. Or is it just trying to be a boss and make a dick? Come on. You can do it. actually load my chat? I wonder, will this work? Okay, did that actually work and come up? I wonder.
How in the 8 do you expect to trap a flying harpy with a trap set on the ground? You're an idiot. You know that, right?
I'm probably just not even seeing my own Steam trap. Yeah, let's have a look. So, I can see it coming, you can see it coming through on there, but I can't see it on the app. That's bloody useful.
Oh, actually, posted really, really bad news.
What?
Kathleen Kennedy.
What, she's been sacked?
No, she's got another 3 more years.
No, they were planning on sacking her.
Which basically means she can fuck up episode 9 part 1 and episode 9 part 2.
Let's try rebooting the app and see if that really helps. Turn that shit right in a minute. There we go. Tablet cleared.
Did Lord Deal send you? Well, there's nothing new to report except that my brother is an idiot. Arma placed dozens of traps and he just realized something. Harpies don't walk. Now we're trying to figure out how to salvage the situation.
Yeah.
We're trying to capture a few of these creatures.
Right,
Lord Deal wants to observe the harpies and see if they demonstrate any odd behavior that might explain the recent acts of aggression. But we're still working on our traps, as you can see.
Come on, you stupid thing.
We've got some throwing snares. The only problem is the damn harpies are too strong. They need to be weakened before you hit them with the throwing snares. I may have a sword, but I'm not a fighter. That's too dangerous an approach for me. Lord Deal said a few. So 4, I'd say. Yes, 4 harpies should do. If this works, please tell his lordship that we gave you the traps, all right?
friend. That's not what I'm after. Oh, God.
You're going to help us, eh? I could have figured this out, you know. If I could find a way to weigh the harpy down so it'd trigger the trap. You know what? It's probably better that you take care of this.
Yes, probably, you muppet. Oh, yeah. Probably better you take care of this. Yeah, no, you're not very good at this, are you? That's fair enough. Oh, would you? Go to my channel. Oh, you are a pain in the ass. Thank you. Now go to chat. Come on. You can go to the chat. I don't need the video, just the chat. Come on and connect, you awkward git. It's not that it's difficult, it's the fact that there's... Yeah, I'm trying to do it without actually having set up any of the shit, am I?
Did this could be watching us.
Oh, yeah, walk into trapping, set it off. Because apparently you can walk into them before you're aware of them and have no problems. Gelden? Find Gelden. Right. App is up and running, apparently. Or whether or not it actually works, who knows. Okay. Come on. Send. Oh, Oh, come on. What's wrong with you now? Apparently it's decided it's just going to sit there. It says it's running, says I'm recording, says I'm doing all that, but the actual chat app just is sitting there. Which is a pain in the ass. I can't see jack shit showing up, and it's not where it's ending anything. Unless I gotta hold it up over there. Please tell me that's not the case.
I'm just watching the extended trailer for Resistance.
Oh, you mean the trailer that looks like it's absolute garbage?
Oh, yeah. Like, now, not only would we have a silver stormtrooper, we have a gold one.
Of course, because gold is awesome and it's shiny and it gets kids' attentions.
And
It's designed for kids.
and not very practical on a battlefield.
Nope. Wouldn't be practical in any way, shape or form.
And now bounty hunters are pirates.
No. Bounty hunters are bounty hunters.
Nope, they're pirates.
Thank you, old friend. Thought I was
Like
going to
dressed
eat
like
bird
pirates,
food before you
but
got
no,
here. Hello. That was a bit of a
with
predicament.
somebody that
The Remley brothers do set a good trap, I
Don't
must say.
stop.
That one trussed me
Smugglers
up tight.
that
But now that
smuggle
you're
stuff.
here,
And then you had
wait a
bounty
moment.
hunters
Who are
that
you?
hunted bounties. Not necessarily all the same thing. Now, they're pirates.
now they're all in one.
Yeah.
Granted, the Empire might classify all of them as that.
No.
The Empire might have classified all of them as
No.
that just to have the,
No,
just so they could
pirates-
say.
Pirates were classified as pirates. Smugglers were classified as smugglers. Bounty hunters was classified as bounty hunters because the bounty hunters had a
daggers don't need any.
guild.
Oh, who am I kidding? I'm the leader of the daggers, and we don't have a clue as to what we're doing out here. If you're willing...
In case you're confused as to what we're talking about, Star Wars. Mark is rather much a fan of the old Star Wars, as in Episode 4, 5 and 6. And he's probably a little bit more forgiving of 1, 2 and 3 now that Disney's got hold of it.
As I've said, I don't need to see Episode 9, nor do I want to.
Yeah.
I don't need to because I already know how it is going to end. Good has to triumph over evil, which means the Mary Sue has to win. The patriarchy must be destroyed. Smash that glass ceiling!
Yeah. Yeah.
Use the
I was
Force, Mary
collecting
Poppins,
unhatched
you're a
RPAs to
Jedi.
bring back to camp. One of the things Lord Deal needs to complete his research. I got one egg, but we need to collect in the nests above. Be gentle with them. I don't want the hatchlings to come to any harm. I'm going to rest a moment and then head back to camp.
Well, about the only thing they've apparently done right is bringing in Fawn. No, app not working. I'll just have to sort shit out later on. Picard. Don't make me go and start playing STO. Which is infinitely better than picking up an STD by watching that Netflix shit. And yes, I have tried watching it. I've watched the first 2 episodes and decided I didn't want to watch anymore because it looked like shit, and those weren't Klingons. They might have stuck a Klingon to their head, but that's not a Klingon.
When Seth MacFarlane does a better Star Trek than Star Trek, you know things are fucked up.
I did like the fact that there was a former Star Trek writer who basically said it's okay and was incredibly diplomatic when he was talking about Star Trek Discovery. I have yet to see a single fan who has actively liked that shit. Only half of that came through, and I don't want to see the rest because I'll end up raging about the fact that you're trying to cross over Star Trek and Star Wars. Yeah, no. Just no. One of the best crossovers I ever remember seeing was purely based on the fact that it was insane, and that's why, it was Star Trek and Doctor Who. And yes, it was canon. God knows how, but it was canon somehow.
But I want to have a chat before we enter the camp. Wonder why Lord Deal is so interested in keeping these things alive. What can...
Let's not go into what that shit that's happening with Doctor Who now. No, having a female doctor is not a problem. It's entirely possible, it's entirely probable, and it's something different for them to try. What? Action. Yeah. Star Trek canon, a phaser. Phaser, plasma, blaster. They have all those. Just don't tend to use half of them. Starfleet tend to just use phasers because that's easier for them to use. Also because it's somewhat more easily regulated or some shit like that. I can't actually remember the reason. Some others use different weapons because they're a lot better.
And we appreciate it. But before we go back to camp, I need to make sure you understand something. Kelvin has a good head and a good heart. Always puts the daggers first and keeps us on the right side of the law. Of course, that's part of the reason we're still struggling. Sometimes mercenaries can't be too choosy about the jobs they take. This Lord Deal, something's not right with him. Why does a noble care about Harpies? But whatever. It doesn't matter. The daggers need to get paid. If not, our mercenary group collapses, and we're all back to the streets. Again. You're not listening. I'm saying that it doesn't matter. He could be a saint or Moloch Ball himself. What matters is that we get paid so the daggers can stay together. Got that? Now let's get back to camp.
You can't keep them like this, Lord Deal. They're in pain.
I can do what I like with them. After all, I'm the one investigating why these birdies have become so very, very angry.
Ugh. When Gelvin gets back, he won't stand for this.
Oh, you're back. Much more reliable than those damn daggers. I don't see their leader, Gelvin. He didn't come back with you? More gold for the rest of you, I suppose. Now hand over
only an
the eggs,
external one.
please.
Which is actually what this is running off of, which is probably why it takes so long to bloody load half the time.
I believe we already covered that. Now let me have a look at these beauties. Oh, so round and smooth. Well, oval, really. I'll begin studying these eggs right away. Wait a moment. Where's the other egg? I was promised 5 on the eggs, not 4. Didn't they teach you to count? There will be no deal without 5 eggs. 5. No more, no less. Imbeciles. Then I suggest you find that bootless lout and get it back. There will be consequences. These are my eggs. Let his sister know that if Gelvin doesn't return, I will have his right hand cut off for stealing from a noble. Dealing with fools and
You press
idealists
escape
makes
and
me
what?
thirsty.
Pop. Well, yeah. Seriously? I talk to you, you burn.
You can't keep them like this, Lord Deal. They're in pain.
I can do what I like with them. After all, I'm the one investigating why these birdies have become so very, very angry.
Ugh. When Gelvin gets back, he won't stand for this.
No, you're back. I believe we all... Where's the other end? Then I suggest you find that... Dealing with fools and idealists makes me thirsty. I need a drink.
Can I stab him?
Greedy, ignorant, ugly son of a mammoth's ass. That Deal can go leap in the river. I wish I knew. The rest of the daggers made it back, but there's been no sign of my brother. I had my doubts about getting involved with Lord Deal. I just wish I'd told Gelvin about them. But who are you anyway? Why do you care about any of this? Well, you helped my brother and his daggers so far. I only hope we can continue to count on your support. So, listen. I heard Deal's threats. His claim is ridiculous, but he has gold. Paying guards to support a false accusation is easy enough. I think I know where you can find my brother. Whether you agree with Gelvin, me, or the bastard Deal over there, we need to find Gelvin and that egg. I don't want to see my brother get hurt. There's a house on an island directly west of this camp. That's where we first met with Lord Deal. I could see that Gelvin was very interested in the place. I'll give you a head start before I tell Deal about it. Now go. Find my brother.
Fine. Find your brother. Find the brother. Well, chat tablet still not doing anything. Nah.
Something fishy's going on here. I think Lord Deal hasn't been entirely truthful with us. But how did you find me? Grenette sent you, didn't she? I know. I was on my way back when I decided to investigate this place. When we first arrived, Deal and his sons came out of this building to greet us. I figured if there was any place to get any answers, it was right here. Nothing yet, but this whole situation feels off. I'm sure that his lordship hasn't told us the whole truth about the Harpy frenzy. Anyway, I'm not leaving this house until I find something that sheds light on what Deal is up to. You found something, didn't you? What is it? Tell me what you found. Let me see that. What in the name of... Lord Deal's been poisoning the Harpies the entire time. He orchestrated their frenzy, and he claimed he's been trying to help. He's been using us. It's tainted gold. The daggers don't operate that way. We're not common thieves that break the law just to fill our own pockets. This is it. Well, we'd have to disband. We'd go our separate ways and hope we can find a way to feed our families. Damn it. This isn't an easy choice. Of course, you're right. Deal has to be stopped. I think I know what to do. And if all else fails, I've always been good at improv. You've done enough. Just keep Lord Deal busy. It's not a...
Oh, pardon me. Ugh.
Kelvin's sister gave up his location so easily. Now where is that damn thief? What did you say? How dare you? That's my property. You expect to get away with this? I knew I shouldn't have put my trust in a bunch of low-life scum. You'll be in the hands of the Daggerfall Guard by the end of day. You think the Guard would believe you? Some street rats who lay a claim against a well-respected noble? You're dumber than you look. The Guard will chuckle as they lead you to the dungeons. You? Friends with the king? Oh, that's brilliant. Really, it is. You must dine with his family on a regular basis? Perhaps vacation together in the countryside? I'll give him your regards. It's a shame about your tragic accident and all. Guards! Guards! What in the Divine's name are you...
So Gelvin killed the bastard? I didn't think he had it in him. It still doesn't change the fact that he botched our entire deal. I told you to talk him out of it. Yeah, I figured that out. His lordship was also behind the whole Harpy menace thing too, wasn't he? Well, it's a good thing I decided not to count on Gelvin to turn a profit. I snatched this from the camp when no one was looking. It's not much, but a few gems are better than no gems at all.
Yeah, it's an orc name. Bumnog. Oh, sorry, Bumnog.
Well, I trust you. Besides, I need to set these birdies free, and they're not going to be very happy when I do. You've dealt with enough dagger business for one day. Leave leave this to me. Go on, go on. I'll catch up later.
I'm sorry I failed you. I know you were all counting on me. Deal's gone, but I don't feel any better. These people depended on me and I failed them. What do you mean? The pompous ass carried these around with him? That figures. Technically, we did complete the job. Wait, what am I saying? This isn't right. These gems don't belong to us. I thought the daggers were finished, but, well, looks like we have a future after all. Here, take this, for helping us finish the job. Consider it a small token of our appreciation. You'll always have a place with the daggers if you want it.
Oh. Seriously, you're gonna attack me? Fine. I need to upgrade graphics card and stuff like that. Next thing I'd do after that would be a whole new computer, basically. I'll check it in a minute. Right, I am going to stop here, and then I'm going to load something else. Not sure what, but something. Right, see you in a bit.